I actually don't know what the next meta is going to bring for the game. But if the PTR PTR changes are to be believed, and you might have, say, McCree buff in the next patch, I think it actually bodes really well for C9 in the future, regardless of how this tournament ends up here today.
Yeah, I mean, they were all in lobby, and I refrained myself from saying, Short4, I better see you on some McCree today, because I think he'll be playing it in the future. Right now, on offense, though, they're not running that McCree. It is going to be Debit on Reinhardt. Reaver is going to play the Reaper. That's always fun. Grego and Lucio. Short4 on Pharah. Kai on Winston. Adam on the Mercy. So they are running double tank here, Kai and Debit, but only one Winston, as per the rules.
Alrighty, we'll take a look here at the defense coming out from the side of NG Red. It's going to be nap time here on the Mercy. Mangachu on the Pharah. Wolf on the Roadhog. Bread Expert on Lucio. Chance going to be in the Reinhardt. And Bird on the 76. And both teams right now not wasting any time, but going with the traditional early poke here on Kings Row. And for C9, C9 does not always favor a super fast offense here. They'll poke, they'll wait for an opportunity, and then they'll go in. But it does look like Debit is going to the hotel. He's moving around to the side. C9 right now looking for an opportunity as they start poking in. As Short4 gets a big mid-air rocket on the Mangachu. That's going to open things up. First kill goes to C9. Short4 on the quick double kill. Now he has 76 in his sights. To get it to 76 is going to be all but over for this point. And Bird able to give him the slip in the end, but not before taking some serious damage. And C9 still adding on if down goes nap time, and that is going to be it. C9 is going to take point A on the very first push. Beautiful Pharah play coming out from Short4.
You mentioned it was going to be all but over, but it was absolutely over. They just completely rocked that fight. I think one of the big things to look for is, can Mangachu hang with Short4's Pharah? Mangachu is a very good Pharah. Is he at the level of the DPS carry of a Short4, of a Tailspin, kind of those types of things? He's been very good lately. He lost that first battle.
Yep, Short4 was able to get the mid-air rockets he needed, and right now, a lot of this meta does come down to Pharah v Pharah. If your Pharah play is better, it is absolutely in your favor. Mangachu not slouch on Pharah, but Short4 also one of the best projectile DPS players in the game, and C9 was able to strike first blood there.
Yeah, so they are going to hold at first point here, which is better for the defense to try to hold out here. Not as many flanks to really worry about, so at least they get 2 points in the streets.
Oh, Short4 right now coming in with the barrage. Takes out 2 from that right away. Doesn't even get punished by Mangachu. Gonna punish Mangachu in turn with 2 extra rockets going his way. Wolf right now does get in the back line, gets 2 kills, but C9 applying the pressure right now, and even off for this, they should be able to take it. Adam uses res a little bit after Wolf's kills in the back line. Let's see, it's enough. Wolf actually one of the last few people up here for NG Red. As nap time's gonna go down the back, there's not gonna be a res now for NG Red. And things going pretty darn well for C9. Not even like in a flashy way, just they're getting the pickoffs they need, they're getting the double kills they need, and they're keeping NG Red back on their feet.
It's pretty obvious even in this early map that you have to deal with Short4 first. That has to be your priority, and then you figure out everything else after. He's been the one who's won those first 2 fights for Cloud9. You have to at least start having an answer for him. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Widow, maybe a McCree added in here, because someone's got to give Mangachu some help. It's been Short4 all day. Yes, everyone else is very good, but if you don't solve that problem, you're not going to win.
Alright, so C9 right now saying a very quick time to the second checkpoint. They want to keep it rolling. Debit, of course, you can see, does have Earth Shatter in play. We haven't seen a huge Earth Shatter yet in this game. Now might be the time for that, as Debit right now moving forward, definitely looking for an opportunity. Defense only going to force the issue. Here comes the Sound Bearer. They're rushing right in. Debit goes to the flank. He's just going to get taken out on all sides, so down goes Debit. This can still be turned in favor of C9, though. There's 2 down for them. Adam's going to be looking for the res, and they'll come right back into this with the Earth Shatter in just a moment. And there's the res. Let's see if Short4 and Debit have what it takes as they turn it back over. Debit back to full HP. As Wolf right now gets the back line, takes out Debit, so Debit will be taking the dirt nap once again. Wolf only gets 1 kill off that, and Short4 again immediately countering the Lucio. So C9, they've been bleeding, but they haven't been broken. But that last mid-air rocket from Mangachu might be it. Here comes the Justice Rank for above. Not going to get too much from it.
It's pistoled. Got pistoled down by Adam. Now they're still on this push, and look at all the ults that they have up to be able to push this last with. They've got the infamous Kings Row combo in Graviton and Barrage. They've got an Earth Shatter to set it up. Reaver, if he gets another couple shots, they're going to be totally loaded.
Sound Bearer's up. C9 looking for their opportunity right here, right now. Kai doesn't see anything he wants to Graviton. In fact, he's going to get knocked right to the ground. Here comes Short4 with the barrage on the top. The support is real. Takes out 2 immediately. Will go down right after, but the damage is done. 3 people are dead. They force out the res, and here comes the Graviton on the freshly res people. Bread Expert taking the dirt nap once again. And C9 really giving it to NG Red right now. NG Red about to go down. Last person getting melted out by Kai, and that's going to be it. Full team wipe.
That was great from Cloud9. They looked really, really strong there. They didn't lose any fights at all. They got more value out of their ultimates. Just 415. That's one of the faster times we've seen at least recently. 445.
That is very, very close. Everyone's thinking I thought it meant total match time there. I meant it capped it at 445. Come on now.
All right, fair enough. So 415 for the total map time then. Wow, yep. Cloud9 look good. Like, they look super strong. If you're NG Red, you have to figure out an answer to the Pharah. You lost every Pharah engagement. Like, the ults came up for Shore4 and then were better. Mangachu got one ult off. It wasn't that great. Like, you have to start running a second hit scan here. He was the biggest problem. Not to say that anyone else played poorly or wasn't carrying the team, but generally in the fights, it started off with Shore4 in the kill feed. Got to deal with that.
Shore4, I mean, he had himself a really good game. In the end, Mangachu wasn't able to get things going. In general, a lot of things on NG Red, they weren't able to get things going. We didn't see a huge contribution from Bird. We didn't see a huge contribution from Wolf. Yeah. Just C9 outplayed them in most levels. And again, it wasn't even anything flashy for most of the game. They just got the picks they needed and went from there. Meanwhile, though, while we're speaking of C9, looking at their defense as they roll out, it's going to be Adam here on the Mercy, Reaver on the 76, Kai and Winston, Debit on Reinhardt, Grego going to be on the Lucio, and Shore4 rounding things out here on the Reaper.
Yeah, Shore4 was on McCree for a bit. I think it's just a troll me. What a jerk. Offensively, they're going to run something pretty similar to what they ran on defense. It's going to be nap time on Mercy. Mangachu will be playing the Pharah. Bird is on Soldier 76. Wolf on the offensive Roadhog. Chance will be playing Reinhardt, and Bread Expert on Lucio. Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of interesting to see that Cloud9's not running like a Torb or a Symmetra. They're one of the teams that will still play around with niche picks, but they're fine here. The defensive Winston's a little bit interesting.
Defensive Winston is something that C9 has always been comfortable running, though they like pressing the advantage when they can. Right. And speaking of that, Shore4 right now getting right to the back line as Reaper. Going to get taken out, though, by Mangachu. So he goes for the defensive Reaper, or the defensive Pharah does not get what he's looking for. And now this is a power play for NG Red. NG Red's going to be able to move in right now. Mangachu being perhaps a little bit over aggro, runs right to Winston, down to 30 HP, will get out in turn as Chance picks up the kill on Kai. Kai punished, and now 64 in favor of NG Red. And NG Red bring it right back to C9, and they could also be on the verge of a very quick point A cap. Yeah,
that very aggressive kind of jump in there really cost them. I mean, he got knocked down on Winston. Moreover, it was Debit in a weird position to try to protect him and keep him alive. Then Debit had to stand that. When you're running tanks on your defense, you're going to be in for a bad time.
1 second, Max. I'm going to recall you here. You are Mr. Robotoing on me once more. 1 second. Comcast has just been absolutely miserable lately, guys, so my apologies onto that. Hopefully X is back here in a moment. All will be well. As right now, NG Red, they're in good shape. They are setting a good time right now. They can definitely beat the time set by C9, but they can't get stopped here in the streets phase.
Yeah, hopefully all is well. Like I mentioned, that first fight, they lost both their tanks. They're going to need better play out of Kai and Debit in the future.
Sunbear coming out here from NG Red. Here comes a barrage. A raw barrage, in fact, from Mangachu. Doesn't get a whole lot done. Is immediately taken out by Reaver. He was just looking to get rid of the problem. Debit, though, countering with an Earth Shatter of his own. Let's get set Shore4 for a kill over the top. Still a little bit bloody here as Bird now countering with Attack Visor, moving it right back here for NG Red. C9 might have overplayed their hand just a little bit as NG Red now moving in. They're getting countered by the Sound Bearer, though, so they need to back out and look to re-engage once that is over. But it's going to be too late as C9 picks up another 2 kills. The Sound Barrier paying dividends for them at the very end.
I mean, as badly as that first point went, it didn't really matter based on the fact that they set like such a blazing offense. This fight here is fine for them.
I did not like that from Chance at the end. That was an ultimate that never should have happened. It knocked down one person. There was no chance of follow-up. It was just, now Chance just used Earth Shower for nothing.
It kind of shows you that they must feel that they have to win this next fight or it's over, because that's how fast that Cloud9 was able to cap.
Well, you look here at the defense. The defense is well set on the ultimates. They have Graviton Surge and Death Blossom, and Kai on the speed boost, looking for it right now. Here comes that Reaver now in the backline with the Death Blossom, taking out 2. A quick strike coming out from C9, and that's going to buy them all sorts of valuable time here on King's Row. The res does come out. NG Red is going to be able to pull that right back in their favor, though. So res doing quite a bit of work, especially since Adam went down right after. Still, though, you look at the amount of time that's left here in the game, only 1:30. C9 might have already done their job, so long as they get one more team wipe.
That's why they're taking the aggressive fights. I think that's why they ran a defensive Winston. It's just a fight on the first point. It didn't go well for them then, but they're going to be able to contest this second point, which I guarantee they will do. Even if it's like 3v6, they'd be fine. They just want to stall out.
Yeah, I mean, C9 can actually not win a fight for the rest of the game and still be okay. As now Reaver going right to the back line, not wasting any time. Here comes Surefour, just as right from above. Mangachu putting an end to that immediately. Now it's a counter barrage of his own, taking out 2 members of C9. So, really, NG Red not suffering fools right now. They deal with that rush in from C9 absolutely perfectly. And time-wise, they have 49 seconds left, so this is going to be a mad dash hex, but there's still a sliver of hope for them here as they go in against the C9 defense.
Yeah, they just have to win the next fight the way they won the last 2 fights. Now, Chance is going to have Earthshatter up. That's really nice for them. Everyone else is pretty far away, except, of course, for Resurrection. Surefour starts it off by getting a really early kill onto Wolf.
Yeah, that helps. Here comes the Earthshadow from Chance, knocking down 2. He's got to move in. That's going to be the end of Debit. Debit getting taken out here. And NG Red just piling on kill after kill. Unfortunately for them, they only have 20 seconds left, so barring the collapse of collapses, C9 is going to be able to delay this out. Either way, NG Red is moving in. They're looking for those final kills. They're trying to clear the way. They have 3 people on the payload.
They are making collapse.
Here comes the sound barrier from Grego. C9 is all in on the point. They only need to delay for a little bit longer here. Again, they can lose this fight and be okay. Wolf goes on to the point. The Death Blossom takes out Grego, takes out Reaver, gets the double kill, makes it a triple. Unfortunately, though, time has expired. C9 just didn't have to do a whole lot here with their defense. They went through so quickly in the offense that that's all they needed to do.
Yeah, it's a defense that you can just start picking fights and making sure that it's stalled out. As long as you're fighting around the card, it's never moving forward. That's all you really have to do. Very close, though. I mean, they made a game of it, did NG Red, and that was a pretty good showing for them. It's going to be their choice for next map. We'll see where they go. But, yeah, these teams are really close right now, which is kind of surprising to me. I just always thought Cloud9 would be the team in NA, or at least second best team in NA before Envy moved here, and, man, NG Red's been looking very good lately.
NG Red's been looking extremely good recently, but that was dominant coming out from C9. It was one of the better Pharah games I think we've seen from Surefour in recent memory.
Yeah.
And Surefour, of course, he's great on projectile DPS, but there's doing great, and then there's what Surefour was doing there, especially on the attack run, where basically everything that could go right for Surefour did go right for Surefour. Yeah. So for C9, this is where, again, they've had some time to adapt to patch. They've definitely put in a lot more time. I think they've felt a little bit threatened recently. But, man, if they can play like this for the rest of the series against NG Red and into Code 7, they would absolutely, I'm not going to say be favorites against Envy, certainly not, but I would say that the odds of having a close series against Envy would be much closer.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's going to give Envy a close match. So I'm looking at some of these earlier rounds as like, who is the second best team? Who's the second best team in NA? Because until someone beats Envy convincingly or along those lines, I won't be convinced that it's just Envy and everyone else. But if Cloud9 can roll through these 2 teams who've given them trouble lately, who have looked very good, who are making their case for second best NA, then I'll definitely put them back on their own tier. That's a really good start. And as you mentioned, Surefour on his attack run, you couldn't have asked for a better Pharah game. He absolutely was the better Pharah in that game, and he really just allowed his team to roll through there. That's why they're able to play that defense the way they did. We are going to Numbani now, so Numbani's been a fun map to see. I think you'll see more of it in the future if these D.Va patches go live. We'll probably still see D.Va here. We might see an offensive Bastion.
Offensive Bastion, entirely a possibility in Numbani. We were just talking about it a little bit earlier, but Numbani has really sort of come out as a map where you see a whole lot of variation right now in the meta. Yeah. Teams are very willing to mess up things, especially on point A, where point A, you'll see Divas on offense, you'll see Bastions on offense, on the defense, you'll see Torbjorn, sometimes you'll even see Maze, although we've seen that a little bit less as of late. It's just a map where the unique nature of this point in regards to the multiple high ground spots does lead to offense and defense trying different looks than they normally might do.
It's one of the reasons I love Numbani. It's one of the reasons we always hope to go to Numbani is because it's always been, since even day one, like a map outside of the meta. There's always something very specific and unique to Numbani. Whereas you can run the same defense on Kings and Hollywood and be relatively confident that it's going to work out. Numbani's always been its own animal, and it's always been fun to watch from a design standpoint. So we will look to see what they're doing on the defense here. They're going single builder, but they are running that Torbjorn. That is going to be Grego. Surefour, of course, will be on Pharah. Kai and Debit will play the tanks in a Winston and a Roadhog, and Adam is going to play Mercy, and Reaver will play the Soldier 76.
All right, pretty standard
lineup on this map. Yeah.
Yeah, we've always seen Reaver on 76 here. It's just one of those things where 76, he's really, really good in the Bonnie. Torbjorn not run by a lot of teams, but sometimes Aardvark does pay off. We do see it. I'd put number, if I had to put number 10, maybe like half your teams in the Bonnie like running it. Either way, take a look here at the offense. Notably, there is no Diva. Instead, Wolf is going to be on the McCree. So it's going to be Wolf on McCree, Naptime on Mercy, Brett Expert on the Lucio, Bird on the 76, Chance on Reinhardt, and Mangachu going to be on the Roadhog. So, not going with the rest of the pack here is NG Red. They do not want to run the Diva on offense. They're treating this more like a general map.
Yeah, no Winston, no Diva. No Winston, no Diva, which means that they're definitely not coming up main and they're not probably coming upstairs. I think they're going to try to approach from the right side and play this more standard. Looking for like an early pick from Mangachu if he can get a hook.
Yeah, that's what Mangachu's looking for right now. He has Mercy in his sights right now. Might have even had a chance to grab the Mercy there. They're going to back off. They're not going to go for it to set, but Adam goes down super early. Bird was able to get the pick off, and this is going to lead to a very aggressive NG Red offense as they go through that corridor. Reinhardt leading the way. C9 dealing with this pretty well. They're backing up. They're not getting wrecked as a result. Oh my goodness, the concussive blast throws Reinhardt right off the top, and that is huge. That's going to at least give C9 a little bit more opportunity here on this defense.
Well, the tanks bring it back a little bit. It's getting very brawly. The resurrection comes off. I really like that approach from NG Red. That's a kind of a unique, interesting approach to deal with the high ground there. And now, like, look at the positioning they're at. They're just not going to allow any reinforcements. They know that's a big problem on Numbani. Like, they dealt with the problem in a way that most teams don't. The problem's always the high ground, always trying to take out this back corridor. They just slow walked it from the left. That was cool.
Yeah, and even with the concussive blast knocking Chance right off, unfortunately C9 was not able to get the picks they needed to turn that back in their favor. And really what came down to, more so than anything else, is that Surefour couldn't be aggressive because Adam got knocked out of that fight super early. Bird was able to get the pick off, and from there it just went all in favor of NG Red. So NG Red, they get the quick attack they were looking for, and now they're in great shape to really set a dominant time here in Numbani.
Yeah, they look good. I mean, it pushed them so far back that they weren't able to hold that first bend. They're going to try to engage on this second bend. Coming over the top is Surefour. He gets taken out immediately by Wolf, and now they're a little staggered. They're all over the place.
Mangachu piling on here at the whole log, able to take out Debit immediately. It's 2 kills here from NG Red. They already have a 6v4 in their favor right now. Adam had to use res really early, and still everything going their way. As another hook comes out, he's not able to take out Adam, though Adam definitely felt for his life for just a moment. And what we're seeing here is that C9 just has to back out. They don't really have an advantage. Adam, in fact, going to get picked off by Wolf in the end. So this has been, for a Mercy that loves surviving in most cases, Adam has been having quite a bad round here thus far.
I mean, I feel okay saying this because Adam's been so great. That was terrible. You should not Guardian Angel out there. All you're doing is putting yourself in his sightlines for someone who's about to die. That was just a rough decision from Adam, and that's 2 deaths, which is generally more than his average on any map. Adam's, yeah, he's got to reevaluate his decisions here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a combination of things where not only is it good pickoffs coming out from NG Red, but Adam just needs to play a little bit more conservatively, because you look at this is a blazingly fast time being set by NG Red right now. Everything has gone their way. Defensive C9 now rushing in. They're setting the tone. Here comes the barrage over the top from Surefour. He's going to get taken out immediately, though, by Wolf. So the McCree play of Wolf really keeping Surefour in check this round. Here comes the Deadeye, and he's going to take out Devitt with it as well. Wolf on the double kill in this push. And McCree has really been working out here. NG Red is looking Surefour. He's just getting hit shot after shot by the McCree. This isn't even the post-buff McCree, as Surefour under all sorts of trouble right now.
Yeah, but they did have to burn some ults and are going to get pushed back by this Cloud9 defense. We've seen them turn this map around at this point specifically. If they can just hold front, they're going to send Reaver up top to be checking on the high ground as well. He had a nice kill early on Chance, who's been doing work on him. So it looks like, at least for the moment, Cloud9 is stabilized.
So he's not stabilized, but for them, they need to stabilize for quite a bit longer. They need to win at least the next 3 pushes if they want to feel comfortable about their own attack here in the money. You get the hook here early on, but here comes C9. Sound Barrier on the way. Here comes Reaver with the Death Blossom, going to effectively get a double kill there, but NG Red fighting right back. Reaver goes down, Bird retaliating. They're going to force out the res here from the offense. Rez coming out here now from the defense, and Debit might be dropping the hammer here in just a moment. He's going to get taken out by Bird in the back. Still, though, C9 swarming over the NG Red squad right now. Surefour able to get kills that he needs over the top. Makes it a double kill. Is back and forth, but C9 going to hold that fight, and they desperately needed that, Hex.
I feel this is where they're most comfortable on Numbani, actually. Like, if it goes to last, their last defenses have been insane. They've caught one, I think, for like 7 minutes before, where we saw Cloud9 getting absolutely wrecked and then hold it at this last point. They just haven't figured out. It's only going to be Reaver up top guarding things. Surefour is able to get that spam, and then he's always timed his barrage really well. Here comes the aggression over the top, though.
Surefour with the barrage coming right in, takes out 2 immediately. That's going to force out res, but Naptime doesn't even have it. It's a triple kill for Surefour. Naptime goes down towards the end. This is going to be a full indecisive team wipe here from C9. So Surefour setting it up. Naptime not able to fix the damage, and just like that, this fight is over.
Yeah, they definitely found their footing now. Surefour feels very comfortable only having to watch like top left or door. Reaver, he's going to do nothing except make sure that they don't come in over top. And when they do, he's going to give them the intel that they're coming over top. He's not going to dive. They're playing more conservatively, which is smart.
C9 has definitely established themselves after having a very, very rough beginning here, but they're moving right in. Speed boost on the way. Reaver getting right to the back line. Doesn't like what he sees, has to back out as Mangachu actually takes out Debit. Rez is forced out here by Adam. Adam's going to go down, so this is a huge opportunity for NG. Right, they're moving in. Bird on the attack visor. There's no shield to deal with him anymore, so he can just lay in shot after shot to the C9 back line, and he devastates them with a triple kill.
Yeah, nice staggering of ults there. They saved that Soldier 76 visor until they had everything down and able to clear it out. Now it's going to be a struggle to get back in the card. Adam dies immediately.
Reaver just goes in. Hail Mary is immediately taking out 2 extra kills here from NG Red, but Surefour, here comes the barrage over the top, gets 1, looking for more. Already has a triple kill there just from normal rockets plus barrage. Will force out the res immediately. C9 not out of the woods just yet. And here comes Sound Barrier coming up from the offensive. The Sound Barrier, they're going to be aggressive, and Wolf going to clean up the triple kill as a result. But C9 did buy themselves a lot of valuable time.
Yeah, 248 is when they kept it. 249 perhaps.
Okay,
611. Yeah, fair enough. Still a pretty quick Numbani time. You're right, they did bring it back. Certainly, if they didn't have those last 2 or 3 pushes, or 2 or 3 defenses rather, they would have lost this map. I don't even care what they come out with now. I mean, that's how bad they looked on the first couple points, but they were able to hold. I think they do like holding that last point. It used to be Reaver on the Widowmaker holding that last point, but they've adjusted to it. That is, I think, where they're most comfortable on defense on this map. A beatable time, but man, it could have been so much worse for Cloud9 there.
Yeah, for C9, there's a lot of ways that that could have been just catastrophic. Them getting the last few holds at least makes it doable for their offense to beat this time. It's not going to be easy, but it's in the realm of possibility. If NG Red was able to get through there with a 4-minute time, you would have been able to just say goodbye to this game already, because it would have been NG Reds, and C9 would have had to just worry about the next game. But take a look here at the defense for NG Red as it's up. It's going to be Bird here on the 76, Wolf on the McCree, Mangachu on the Roadhog, Red Expert on Lucio, Chance on the Reinhardt, and Naptime going to be on the Mercy. And just as a quick note, by the way, as of really what went wrong in the last fight, is that Debit got picked off very early. And once your shield tank goes down, if you have a 76 in the back that has tac visor, there's nothing stopping him from clearing out the entire area. All you can do is run for LOS, and the body's pretty wide open. There's not a whole lot of places to go hide if he dies mid-fight and everyone's in the middle. You're just gonna get gunned down, and that's what happened in that last fight.
Well, on defense, they're not going to run anything as a specialist-wise, or no Torb, no Symmetras. Bird is going to be on that 76, Wolf on McCree, Mangachu on Roadhog, Red Expert will play Lucio, Chance will be on Reinhardt, and Naptime on the Mercy.
All right, so we talked about this before, the possibility of seeing it, but El Presidente Bashin himself coming out here for Surefour. He is going to be looking for this initiation. It's kind of similar to what you see from Hanzo Strat, so this is high risk, high reward. Either he's going to live and get everything he wants, or he's going to die immediately. And look at this, Mangachu right now is looking for the immediate punish onto the Bashin. They're going to get it with the aid of Chance, so 2 quick kills here coming up from Chance. The Roadhog Reinhardt not caring about this opening. His Chance swings the hammer for 3 kills early on. That's going to be a good hold here from NG Red.
Yeah, that's just a scouting hold. They know that that's what Cloud9 runs, and I mean, it's not necessarily scrims or anything. They do it on VODs all the time as well, but I know that NG Red team that definitely adjusts their strategy based on the other team's strategy. They knew that was coming up through the stairs. They just completely shut it down.
Yeah, they're going to be much closer to getting key ults here before C9. C9, though, pushing the issue, moving forward here once again. Surefour now on the Reaper, but he's going to eat an Earthshatter because Chance did so much damage in the last fight. He's got to pile on once more, gets a double kill, sets up his team for 4 quick kills. Kai the last remaining, and the last to fall. And that's the problem, is that Chance got fed so much from the very first fight, where he got 3 kills, that he had Earthshatter for the second fight, and it didn't work out for them.
Well, Reaver's going to come up on Widow. Oh, why you tease me, Reaver? Now he's on McCree. Now he's back on Widow. We'll see what Reaver can get done on whatever hit scan he actually plays. Yeah,
The
no
important
more
thing to note
basket.
here is that time-wise, even if C9 gets us here, they're going to be under the gun when it comes to time. They're going to have to fly through second and last. Easier said than done. But let's take a look at Reaver here. Reaver is looking for the pickoffs. Mercy effectively unnerfing Widowmaker, at least as far as damage goes. But Wolf comes right in with the flashbang, able to take out Reaver immediately. Meanwhile, on the other side, Surefour is taken out. So the flanking attempt here from C9 not working out in the least. And NG Red just swarming over them with the punish once more. Rough stuff right now for C9.
I think maybe it's early, but their next push should be their last one for the most part. There's only 4 minutes left on the map. It's a super long map, really hard to get a quick time all the way through the streets and the last. They got to win here.
The problem is, yeah, you're right, they have to win, but they also have to win through Deadeye, Attack Visor. Bird's going to use Attack Visor right now. He's looking for people that aren't protected by shield, already doing tons of damage to the C9 backline. Going to take out Debit immediately. There's 2 kills right now, 47 NG Rep. If they get 1 or 2 more kills, that should be it. They do force a res out from Adam right here, but they still have a res of their own. Naptime will use it before going down. So Surefour doing his best to try and turn this in their favor. Is in the back line, does have Death Blossom at the ready. But he's going to meet the hook of Mangachu. Down he goes. No res is going to be up for him again as Mangachu completes the double kill. Right now, I think that's it. You look at the amount of time that's left on the map, 3:23. Even if C9 grabs this right now, just going from here to the end, while technically possible, super unlikely.
They'd have to be running the double orb meta to get this done, as it's the only time you can get a Numbani where you can spawn camp last while you're still pushing first. It's not going to happen very likely. MG Red they knew what they were up against. They played the defense perfectly around it. And yeah, Cloud9 is going to drop this map.
That's Umber coming out here from C9. C9 desperately trying to take this at least now to keep the slimmest of hopes alive. But Bird, once again, the attack visor, taking out Grego early in the fight, makes it a double kill. Adam, you're going to have to res this very soon here. Runs right in, gets the triple res. And C9, they already know GG. They look at the overall timers, man. They're saying 243 is up. Me and the Reavers right now on the McCree trying to do some last gas heroics. It's not going to be enough, and we're going back to lobby.
Tied up here, we're going to go to a couple King of the Hill maps now at this point. Like it's definitely happening, as Numbani and Kings Row have already been played. We have Ilios, Nepal, and Hollywood left in the map pool.
My guess is that we might go to Hollywood for the next map. That wouldn't surprise me if C9 wanted to go there. It's been a map that they have been comfortable on in the past, but yeah, after that, King of the Hill definitely on the menu.
Yeah, Cloud9 looked rough on Numbani. I mean, I guess that's why it was one of their bans that they didn't want to play first. It wasn't their first couple bans with Route 66 and Dorado, but similarly, I guess they just don't like kind of longish hybrid.
Die. There's just a little bit of cleanup from Wolf there at the end of NG Red's attack. And yeah, for C9, it's a little bit weird. They came out super strong Kings Row. They looked like a dominant force, and then they get to Numbani, and it's like deflating a balloon. Just everything they had going for them in Kings Row was not going for them here in Numbani. Their defense came out a little bit weak. Their offense was not anywhere near what it needed to be. And for NG Red, it's a good turnabout for them to come back out like that. So they've even up the series 1-1. Bear in mind that this is effectively the lower bracket at this point. Whatever team goes down here is out of the tournament, period. So C9 and NG Red both fighting for their tournament lives. And what is now a matchup that's tied 1-1. Effectively a best out of 3 going forward.
Yeah, just on the clock looking forward. Whoever wins this faces Code 7. Whoever wins that faces Envious. That is our set tonight. And yeah, it's just really impressive for NG Red. Granted, it's Numbani, so I don't know exactly where to put its ranking-wise on the defensive first hold there, which is really... But you win Overwatch, you win tournaments by playing defense. Now there's going to be no defense played as we're heading to Nepal.
Yep, Nepal going to be the next map, so... C9 saying they'd rather go there right now than go to Hollywood. Of course, both of these teams are going to have to win a King of the Hill map if they want to win the series at this point anyways, so might as well get it out of the way.
We're just setting up for Game 5 on Ilios. I think that's the plan, right?
Wait, last map is Anubis. What? Unless I'm completely insane. The last, it's
Ilios.
Ilios, Nepal.
Okay,
I thought you said Anubis for a second. I totally misheard you.
They're both full of vowels. Difficult to say.
I was like, wait a second, Anubis, what has happened here? But it will be on Nepal. Good old snowy, scenic Nepal. Actually, a scenic. You guys take a look here. I'm getting the most of my camera tours while I still can. You look at the bottom, that's stage 1. Middle, stage 2. Upper stage is the Sanctum. It's pretty well-designed map. Looks cool from the outside.
Back in very early beta, it wouldn't move a spectator to the second stage, and you have to fly there yourself. And I found that out about like a minute into one of our first King of the Hills, that I had to fly up to see the second stage, because all of the stages are on the same map. They're not even blocked by, you know, sky boxes or anything.
Well, take a look here at the C9 roster as they prepare. It is going to be Kai on the Zarya, Surefour on the 76, Grego on Lucio, Reaver going to be on the Reaper, Debit on Winston, and Adam going to round things out here on the Mercies. So pretty standard stuff coming up from C9. They still like running the Winston here in King of the Hill. And they're going to dive right into it here in just a moment as Debit leading the way, getting right into the NG Red squad. Has to be careful though, the Reaper could absolutely ruin his day.
Yeah, very similar from NG Red. They are going to run a Tracer, though, so a lot is going to be on Wolf. I think Tracer's great here. They started off with 2 quick kills.
Mangachu's able to get that back out way one. Is now looking for Debit. Debit almost goes down in turn. And for NG Red, they have all the momentum on their side. They're even able to pick up Adam at the very end. So for that, that's going to be almost a full and decisive team wipe for them. They get first control, and C9 bullied out at this point. They're going to have to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, really nice first fight there. Now Wolf is going to have his pulse bomb up. I would not be surprised to see him go forward and just drop it there to zone people out, but he's going to wait for a more impactful pick. He's definitely looking for Adam, who has had a pretty rough game, or rough set so far.
Yeah, it's been rough for him, there's no doubt about it. Surefour right now, though, leading the way on the 76. Does have to go to the back line a bit. Bird taking out Reaver in the beginning, so this is already 65 in favor of NG Red. They are completely outpoking C9 as Debit almost goes down. Adam has to res immediately, but you look at Adam and Debit in the back, they are just ripe for the pickoff. Still though, Reaver and Kai able to turn things more in their favor as Reaver picking up the double kill, effectively a triple with Kai's support, so despite NG Red having a huge poke advantage there, Reaver and Kai really able to get the picks they need and clutch that out.
Yeah, definitely a good look for Cloud9 there. Now, of course, for NG Red, they're going to have some ultimates to work with on the way back. They're going to have Death Blossom, Sound Barrier, and Tac Visor. I imagine that we're going to see the next fight start with the Sound Barrier from NG Red.
Sound Barriers are on both tables here, but here comes Graviton Surge from the side of NG Red. They come in here from Mangachu. They get Grego, but not much else, but now Bird on the back line, able to pile on 3 kills here from NG Red. Res is going to come out here from Adam, so the fight will be renewed. Let's take a look at Kai. He does have Graviton Surge here, so you have to be careful. If they clump it too much, they could absolutely get killed by this. And C9 is back to full strength from the Resurrection. Mangachu's going to go down. Here comes Graviton. 2 members are pulled in immediately. Bread Expert not going to be long for this world. Kai with the immediate fall through, but the Res coming in from nap time, keeping NG Red in this fight. But you look at C9, their position is superior, and they are very close to finishing out this fight.
Yeah, just kill feed all in favor of Cloud9 right now. They're even throwing a late tempo res to only bring up 1. They should be fine here. It's just Bird trying to go crazy with Wolf on the left side. Wolf does get a kill on Surefour. Maybe that'll bring it back, but they're just so undermanned right now.
NG Red has to just back up a little bit, wait for everyone to get here, move in again. Their best case scenario is if Wolf is able to go in there and get the pick off with the Pulse Bomb. Of course, Tracer, comp Tracers aren't always the best at getting the full sticks they need, but Wolf right now does go to the back, gets a stick on the Zarya shield. Not quite what he's looking for. Sound Barrier really ruining his day. Bird, though, able to take out Surefour in that 76 school. As Mangachu taking out Adam, there's not going to be a res here from the C9. And the Russian from NG Red going to be absolutely successful as Mangachu doing massive cleanup on the point.
Yeah, I mean, Wolf was trying to be cute, like he was waiting for the Sound Barrier to wear off and get that Pulse Bomb late at the last second. He was just a little bit late, but it didn't matter as Mangachu able to clean up everything. It is 52-ish to about 95. If Cloud9 wins the next fight, they will win the map, so it's all up to NG Red to hold this position until the stage ends.
So you look at the C9 positioning right now, they do have Tac Visor. In fact, a lot of it is going to be on the Tac Visor Surefour as they move forward. If you can get the right positioning. Wolf almost over poking, in deep trouble, has to get out of there in a hurry, almost dies. Will end up living at least for now, as both teams right now treading up poke. Surefour does not want to use Tac Visor until he's sure it's going to be definitive, so he's holding on to that for at least a moment or two longer. Adam going to use the res immediately to bring up Reaver, as Wolf takes out Debit, so C9 slowly getting picked apart here, and this is bad because they're also bleeding time. Here comes Tac Visor. Surefour thinks it's going to be his moment. Reaver was able to pick off 2 kills. And Mangachu having to red form right away. He's going to die here in just a moment. And now for C9, this is a big, big opportunity.
Yeah, so gutsy to try to fight that, like 4v6. They lost some important heroes early, but they felt good enough about Short4 with his ultimate to clean up everything. They were able to take down the supports for NG Red, and now here comes a huge resurrection. This is the last fight.
Reaver right now again look to put the nail in this coffin, looking for Chance, able to get that, as well as 2 others, and now he's moving for a little bit more. Down goes Reaver, or sorry, down goes Mangachu on Reaper, and that should be it here for C9. They're going to take round 1. Very back and forth round though, all in all.
Yeah, it's so close between those two. I mean, it could have been any ultimate here and there. I think Cloud9 just playing with a little more confidence there towards the end. That's a fight that they should not have really taken necessarily. Losing your initiation tank as the first pick, and Debit went down very early there. But then they decided, go ahead, let's hit this attack visor. Got a ton of value off it, able to take that back and win out the match. I would like to see Wolf hit pulse bombs a little better, though. I mean, he's trying to go for these big combos with the Zarya. They're not even running a Zarya now, as Mangachu is going to come up on the Bastion. Cloud9 strats used against him.
And this is standard first stage Nepal coming out here from the side of NG Red. They've really liked running Bastion here for as long as I can remember. It's worked out pretty well from them overall, but if C9 has done any scouting work at all, they should be expecting the Bastion up here. NG Red has done this so many times in this map that you pretty much have to expect it.
They did expect it. They were trying to go top left. They felt it was a little off, so they just completely backed out. They're not going to run into this suicide machine. So yeah, now they're just trying to figure out what they're going to do next. There is a teleport from the Reaper. He's going to go to the right side. They're going to try to get behind this, I think.
If this is where Kai is enough of this, he will try and get here underneath, but he has to be careful. He can't go in alone. The rest of C9 has to come in with him at the same time, but they're going to take out Chance immediately, and now a lot of protection for that Bastion completely gone. Mangachu, he's going to have to be a little bit more aggressive here, looking to make an opportunity. But C9, they've been handling this very well right now. In fact, Kai does get in, takes him out, grabs a little bit more, and that's going to be a definitive first point here coming out from C9.
Really patient play from them, too. I mean, knowing that the Bastion was up, knowing that they could take some time on the point, on the capture point, make them move out, and then just take the fight when it suited them best.
Alright, so C9 right now going to opt to hold the high ground, waiting for NG Red to make their approach back in, and here we go. They are not wasting much time. They are coming in from the high ground once more. Again, take a look at Kai. Kai has great position here. We'll be able to take out Mangachu with the aid of Share4. Share4 just laying him with the attack visor, gets the triple kill. Nap time's coming in for the res, will get the res. But look at C9's positioning, it's still great. Debit could even drop the Graviton if he needs to. I'll tell you what, the way this is going, probably doesn't even need to. NG Red is scattered. They're getting picked apart from both sides right now. And Reaver and Kai, they're just going to feast on the remnants.
Yeah, the res brought everyone up in really bad duel positions. I mean, Zarya popped right up next to a Reaper. That you're not going to win that fight generally, too. So, yes, Resurrection's fine to just kind of throw down whenever, but now in the next fight, if they choose to engage quickly, they're not going to have Resurrection as an option, whereas Adam still has his.
Meanwhile, take a look at the ult situation here. C9 has literally everything up attack visor, and I'll tell you this much, Share4 is going to build that attack visor very, very quickly in the next fight as well, so sure, the offense at NG Red might have sound barrier, but C9 has done so much more. They even drop the Graviton. They get 3 people in that Graviton to start out with. Reaver and Share4 to fall through, get 2 quick kills, and nap time's nowhere close to a res, so those people aren't coming up anytime soon, Hex. So C9, they can take their time here. They can just mop this up, chain the deaths a little bit more. They're going to do just that as Mangachu right now, on his last legs, will go down to the combination of Reaver and Share4.
Well, now it's
desperation. C9 going to hold this once more. I'm not even sure if NG Red can keep overtime here.
Red Expert's going to try to get on there. He gets cleaned up before he touches the point. It's ticking away. This should be Cloud9's, yeah.
So again, it's been pretty close here at King of the Hill thus far, but C9 able to dig deep. They've gotten what they need to get, and they are up 2 rounds to nothing right now over NG Red. And for C9, it'd be a huge, huge relief for them if they were able to take this, because then they either have to win Nepal or... sorry, not Nepal. They either have to win Ilios or Hollywood, and I feel like they should be able to take one of those 2 maps if you play them side by side.
Yeah, Ilios is still kind of an outlier, but Hollywood has traditionally been Cloud9's best map, so I would not put it past them winning that. So the 3rd stage here, though, maybe NG Red can bring this back. It is a different stage than the other 2. We'll see if Bird can get a lot done. Wolf is going to be on the McCree, too. It's a great stage for that distance hit scan.
Wolf on McCree has been brilliant. It's part of the reason why I think their last map went so well from them in the bottom, is that Wolf just had big McCree play after big McCree play. I'm glad that they're getting back to it. We'll see if it's actually effective here against the C9 offense. That certainly is going to be really aggressive. And Junkrat, Also very effective on the stage relative to basically any other King of the Hill stage in the game.
This is his best King of the Hill stage by far. Kind of a clash of styles as they're choosing to run the projectile Junkrat versus the hit scan. They're both going to hang out in the same spots. Who can win this bridge is going to tell you a lot about how this map is going to go.
And Kaikai's fan is really keeping NG around the back. They hasn't gotten any kills off just yet, but here comes Mangachu, also on the Junkrat. Look at this razzle dazzle. The target coming in from the back, able to take out Grego. Wolf, meanwhile, gets the hit scan shots on the Kaikai. So 64 in favor of NG Red. They're going to be able to push C9 back here as they're moving in from the left, they're moving in from the middle. They're going to take first control of this point, and now, once you get first control of the point, you don't have to be on it. You can just control the perimeter and make it really rough. The onus is on C9 now to get on the point.
Yeah, they're going to kind of poke here for, like, at the front. Zarya's going to tank some damage, but you really can't approach from that angle there. They'd be better served trying to go to the left side and just, like, initiating a team fight. Fighting on the point here is just brutal as the initiating team.
It is, as Bird was able to take out Kaikai once more. Kaikai not having the greatest game right now on Junkrat. Getting picked off not once, but twice by long-range hit scan. Mangachu piling on, taking out Reaver. And straight up right now, C9 is just losing the poke war. They're not landing as many shots as they need to land. The Junkrat play for NG Red has been better. The 76 play has been better. And C9, I don't know. I feel like they need to go to more of a deep dive comp here. Do something to bring the fight to the side of NG Red. And Winston leaping in. They're going to be doing just that as here comes Surefour now. Over the top. Here comes the Barrage. Setting them up. Getting the double kill. Justice raining from above. And Naptime gonna have to res here in a hurry, but here comes Adam. Will Adam have a similar res? He's going the res, only gets a few up, and I feel like C9's gonna lose this off res as well.
Yeah,
we'll see as Wolf is gonna counter with a huge Deadeye, taking out 3 of the res people, and that should be it here for NG Red.
Yeah, they had to switch. Kaikai came off the Junkrat, as you mentioned. They were losing that Junkrat war. He came onto Winston, dove really deep. I felt the follow-up was a little bit late on that. They didn't necessarily go in with him. He got cleaned up. Everyone got cleaned up. The late Graviton cleaned up both supports as well, so a decisive fight for NG Red.
Well, speaking of Gravitons, right now Kaikai leading the way. Now the Winston no longer on the Junkrat, of course. Devitt holding on to Graviton. Oh my goodness, Surefour's able to knock Bird off into the ledge. That is an unresable kill coming out here from Surefour. Wolf returns the favor, takes out Kaikai, but Kaikai's resable. So yeah, 2 kills here from C9, they're putting it on. Down goes Mangachu. And it's been a bloody fight here, but C9 is slowly but surely getting the better of it. As Adam's probably going to go for the res here in just a moment. There's the res, it's going to bring up the Fallen. Devitt is back in the fray. Should be seeing the Graviton here sooner or later. And here comes the Graviton, grabs both Bird and Wolf. Bird and Wolf soon to go down here. Naptime has to blow the res immediately. Here comes a tire coming in way from the end, but might be too little too late here, Hax.
Yeah, follow-up came over the top after that res too, which means they're going to get about another 20% here. They'd be smart to just back out and not lose anymore. Kaikai's going to chase down with his Primal Rage, knock everyone about here. It's going to be a bit before Northern Gaming is in fighting shape again. They do have the Graviton up there. Definitely swing fight.
They do have Graviton, but Reaver right now is going to pop the Tac Visor on the side. This is going to probably get 1 kill outright, if not 2. Here comes Wolf, though, on the Deadeye. Wolf and the Deadeye taking out Reaver, so it's 2 for 2 right now. Adam is down. Naptime is not. Res should be coming out here from NG Red here in just a moment. Naptime will come in with that res, and see if C9 can stabilize this without the res, but usually pretty darn hard when one side has Mercy and the other does not.
Yeah, they should be fine. They did get that late res, which was nice. Bread Expert's going to have Sound Barrier for the next fight. They flip it back over. Pretty much tied up here. Next fight is going to be a very important fight.
I will not waste this opportunity.
And take a list here for the NG Red side. They will have Sound Barrier up in the next fight. Grego's not going to have it, so I think just that alone should tilt this fight in favor of NG Red. There's not any huge guns that C9 has for this next fight, but they're on the point, and NG Red needs to stop them from getting this. They're going to do that. They pop the Sound Barrier to do just that. Bread Expert almost pooping Soldier off the ledge, but Sound Barrier definitely gives them the edge. They get 2 quick kills to start off. Bird now on the left flank, going to take out Surefour. And Res comes out from Hannah, but this feels just sloppy as the tire comes right in, runs over Reaver. I guess for C9, they just have to stay in the point anyways. It is overtime. They need to stay on here no matter what. It'll be rough, though.
Yeah, they do get Primal Rage, which is going to help, but oh my god, he jumps off the cliff. Kaikai goes down. This is going to be the point for NG Red, and it should be game for them, too, as it's only Surefour up trying to contest.
Yeah, and if it wasn't game before, the Tac Visor are going to make sure it's game now. Absolutely great cleanup when people can't hide behind a shield, and NG Red fighting back. The Sanctum phase has always been pretty good for NG Red, and no surprise here as they're able to take away from C9, but still very close, as has been the rest of the rounds here in the series.
Yeah, a little bit sloppier there than for Cloud9 than we saw previously. It seemed like every initiation, they were just a little bit late following it up. Debit went in a couple times on that Winston and just wasn't able to distract or zone out long enough for his team to follow it up. It seemed like they all had their own agenda there. Definitely going to need a little more teamwork if they're trying to close out a ball here.
My ultimate is charging.
Not anything real kind of wonky. The only difference is in the roster is Mangachu's going to run a Roadhog rather than a Winston. Debit's going to stay on that Winston. Other than that, pretty much a mirror match here.
I do like the Roadhog pick here. Roadhog in general, I feel like sometimes gets underplayed on King Hill. He does feed ult, but he also gets you kills that a lot of heroes are not going to be able to get you. Just decisive, clean pickoffs, which can really set you up.
Yeah.
Either way, though, C9 is immediately counterplucking with Mangachu. The right click is true. Takes out Debit to start this out. And Roadhog already proving his power. Pulls back Kai. If they get Kai here, that should be it. That's a 64 now in favor of NG Red. There's no way C9 is going to be able to fight this back, as Reaver will fall in turn as well.
Yeah, it's a different kind of initiation from Roadhog, right? I mean, like, Reinhardt can charge in, he can do those things to initiate, a Zarya can shield, a Winston will jump in, of course. Roadhog's initiation is killing someone. You initiate by getting a nice hook, and then now you're 6v5 immediately. So, like, if you can play towards that style, he's incredibly powerful.
Support has arrived.
Alrighty, so C9 continuing their approach here. Going to try for a different attack and moving in up and to the left. They don't have much in the way of ults right now, though. Pretty barren as far as that goes. Still, though, Debit leading the way here on the Zarya. Leading to the poke, but Wolf getting the counterattack, taking out Reaver immediately with that big Reaper shot. 65 in favor of NG Red right now. NG Red, they're just not pushing, just good solid mechanical play. Reaver gonna eat the elbow to the face, and that should be it. There's gonna be another hold from NG Red, and here comes Death Blossom Wolf just to make sure. I don't even know if that was needed there. They were already staggering deaths on the offense. I think he could have saved that.
Yeah, they probably could have saved that Resurrection, too. That came off a little bit late. I guess they just want to guarantee that they're going to win that fight. They should be fine. It's not as though Cloud9 has a ton of ultimates to be able to push in next, so they already knew they had the advantage. They're going to get their advantage back again.
Alright, so Bird right now, Attack Visor at the ready. Getting back up a little bit. C9 being a little bit more aggressive. Here comes Attack Visor, though, turning it right back on the C9. And C9 has to respect this. They need to back out, but Kai eating all sorts of damage just to lead that out. Mangachu going on the right flank, Bird on the left. Reaver, though, does come in with the Pulse Bomb, takes out Bread Expert. C9 not out of it just yet, but Wolf taking out Reaver, might be putting the dagger in the C9 right now, moving forward. And for C9, this is basically the last push hex. They only have 86%, so if they can't turn this, this is going to be it.
Yeah, they're going to be in desperation mode at the very least after this. They are getting some bodies on the point. Here comes a late res, followed by a Graviton onto it. Grabs two. Can they clean this up?
Does grab two, but they don't quite get what they're looking for. Sure for turning things around with Attack Visor on 3 kills. Nap time goes down early on this fight. C9 gonna fall through with the Graviton of their own, and they will retake the point, but Hex, they have to hold this point now for effectively the rest of the round. If they lose it even for a moment, it's very likely going to go the other way in favor of NG Red. And you look at the next fight, NG Red has Sound Barrier at the ready. C9's not going to have it. Next fight going to be very rough for C9.
I think they're going to roll the dice with a Sound Barrier speed boost into Death Blossom and just hope that it clears up enough to win this fight for them. They're not going to try to stack ults here.
Well, they're moving right in. Wolf looks for the one shot to give him that Death Blossom. Mangachu takes out Grego immediately, so good omens there. 65. Death Blossom could be on the way here in just a moment. Wolf waiting for his opportunity. But he's going to get taken out by Reaver before he can even do that. Naptime does not have a res up just yet. We'll have it up in a moment. If he does not die, 2 kills here from NG Red, still looking better in their favor than not. Naptime's going to go for the res here in just a moment. Adam is already dead. So NG Red definitely getting the better of this fight here thus far. No flashy Death Blossom shenanigans, but you know what, Hex, they don't even need to.
Yeah, it's going kind of back and forth, but it's definitely going to be in favor of NG Red. As you mentioned, they were able to take down Adam early in that fight. Now it's just about stalling out. Reaver's going to try to keep this point alive from flipping over until his team can come back in. It is desperation time for Cloud9.
Yep, this is the last cast for C9. They need to get on the point period. 98%, 99%. Here comes Wolf with the Death Blossom. Immediately erases Adam from the equation. Surefoot countering right now. Attack Visor on the way. Only has Mangachu really as a big target for Attack Visor. That is not who you want to hit with this ultimate. I mean, he's going to kill him. Why not? He has it as Kai now gets the triple Graviton. Will C9 be able to pull this back? Bird getting the double kill while in the Graviton. It's very back and forth, but C9 is giving themselves more of a chance here than they probably should. Still, though, Chance fully charged up, just melting faces off, and Still NG Red in the driver's seat.
Yeah, Graviton is up for them too if they really need to lock out this point. It should be all there as his chance moves forward. He's going to pop it if he has to. He does not. 2-2. After a quick 2-0 from Cloud9, NG Red bringing it back.
Score 2-2.
This could be a microcosm of the entire series right now, Hex, between these two teams. It's going to round number 5 here on Nepal, and this is a best of 5 series, so NG Red would love to go up 2-1 versus C9 right now. But C9, they did win this round pretty decisively last time they played it. A little bit unfortunate luck for NG Red where they did not random into the Sanctum stage, because they had a much better showing there than they did here. So for C9, if they can just play this like they did before, they'll definitely be in good shape to take this, but really could go either way.
Well, you live and learn as NG Red, as they're not going to run Bastion here now. Cloud9 had clearly prepared for that, did not run face first into it, which kind of you expect when you're running a Bastion here, so a more standard lineup out of NG Red.
Kakai once again here leading the way on the Reaper. Gonna force Wolf in the Wraith form first here, so not a bad look as Devitt takes out Mangachu. First vital kill of the game going to C9. Now C9, this allows him to be a lot more aggressive. Reaver's gonna be looking more for poke in the back, but he's gonna get belted down. He's a little bit too aggressive, and now things are even, and NG Red can bring the pressure back on the C9. Here comes Surefour, though. He's already built up the tac visor. Comes out super early. Bread Expert going to just go down immediately. No defense to that, no shields up. As Devitt and Surefour cleaning up on the NG Red backline, and Naptime might be soon to follow here as well, as barely escaped Surefour's sight.
I think NG Red expected more from Mangachu's Winston there. They jumped him in, but I mean, that's not generally the giveaway, but they threw the Mercy in with him, expecting him to be able to clean up and cleave some people, or at least stay alive. He did none of the above, so now he's going to switch off onto a Roadhog instead.
We'll take a look at Reaver here. Reaver wants to stop this next fight before it begins, does have Pulse Bomb at the ready. Looking for the stick, not able to land the stick, does whiff. He was looking for nap time, did not get it. And here comes Bird now. Tac visor of his own. This tac visor has been absolutely crazy here in this game thus far. Looking for Grego. Grego having to just move out of the way, running for his life. Meanwhile, that's going on. Wolf gets deeper into the C9 flank, takes out Surefour. Now looking for Zarya. Zarya's supercharged up, will take out Devitt nonetheless. Completes the triple kill. Almost will he get the quad? Does take out Adam with the aid of Chance. And has Death Blossom up now to boot. So NG Red, they should be able to hold on this point right now. But hang on, here comes Devitt. Grounds on Surge at the ready. 4 people getting sucked in. Kai with the follow through. That's a triple kill coming out here from Kai. So just like that, C9 turning the tables even when not at full strength. Sound Barrier coming up.
And
Wolf gets the double kill Death Blossom. Will it be enough? It just might be.
Yeah, it was pretty much the exact same thing, back and forth. Zarya Graviton into Death Blossom, and then it got countered by the Zarya Graviton into Death Blossom. Both of those Reapers got allied shields. Both teams doing the exact same thing, but the team that did it most recently is the team holding on to the point.
All right, well, for C9, they definitely want to retake this sooner rather than later. They have about 3 pushes left in them. Surefour on the way. Can tac visor at a moment's notice once a fight develops just a little bit more. Devitt able to take out Bread Expert immediately, so I think the tac visor is going to come up here as a cleanup tool in just a moment. Kai takes out Chance, so might not even be needed now. 64 in favor of C9. Naptime, though, will have a res up in a moment, so I do think we will see a tac visor just as soon as that res comes up. And that res is going to be coming up right now.
Yeah, they chose to fight
Adam
that
pays for it
late.
with his life.
They should be fine here, because Mangachu just blew his ult when it was 3v5, and they weren't even near the point. They didn't stall out at all, so they're going to get cleaned up now. Oh, 9 flips it back over. Dead even on this 5th stage.
The really good thing there for C9 is that they were able to preserve the tac visor, and take a look at Kai right now. Kai looking for the Mega Death Blossom, could just roll right into this NG Red squad as in before, and he's going to do just that. Kai setting them up, takes out Bread Expert, but pays for the rest in his life. Not quite what he's looking for. Here comes Bird now with the tac visor, almost takes out Adam immediately. Post bomb on the way as Reaver getting the double kill, setting up NG Red. And C9 now on the verge of taking this map. NG Red going to be down to their last push in just a moment.
I mean, the good thing for them is their last push should be okay. Granted, if Chance can get in with some, Zarya zoning early on, as they're going to have Graviton, they're going to have Sound Barrier, so some things to work with. They're just going to desperation push left side.
Yep, they're speeding up, they're breaking it down. Both teams breaking it down. Mangachu, though, able to take out Reaver early in the fight. Reaver not able to rewind out in time. Bird falling through. Down goes Devitt. The early casualties very much in favor of NG Red here. But wait, they weren't able to get on the point. That was a huge error.
What?
C9 was keeping them off the point. but someone should have been able to get on there. That's a misplay by NG Red. No matter how you look at it there, the fact that whatever NG or C9 did to keep them off the point, I mean, sure, they engaged a little bit early and all the rest, and they suffered casualties for it. Someone should have been able to get there. Because Mangachu says not like this.
Yeah, that was terrible. I wasn't even looking at the point because I'm like, oh, they clearly won that fight. They were just going to stall it out. I was looking at who was going to come up next. The hell was that?
It was an oversight.
Good God, that's awful. They should be sad as sad can be about that. I mean, as close as King of the Hill was, 2-2, that is a rough time to forget to step on the point there. All right. I'm just going to move on. It's completely rough. My brain's going to break if I keep thinking about what just happened there.
No, I mean, there's no other way of saying it. It's just rough. Period. End of story. But it does happen. They were focused on the team fight. They won the team fight, just no one thought to get on the point at the very end. So
it was like 6v2.
If there's any sort of bloopers of the week in Overwatch, that would probably make the reel there, because no matter how much you want to say that C9 did well in keeping them off the point, it's 6 people there in Nepal and there's 2 entrances. Someone should have been able to get on the point.
All right, well, 2-1 Cloud9 now as this best of 5 moves forward. It appears we're going to be going to Hollywood next.
Yep, Hollywood will be the next map, and C9 opting to attack first. And C9 did not want to go here immediately, so maybe there's some recent scrim history and all the rest where maybe they're not really feeling this map as much. But C9 still had a very deadly Hollywood game in the past, so no free rides here for NG Red. NG Red, of course, now facing tournament elimination. This is it. If you lose today, you are going home, and right now, C9 would rather prefer not to go home. They want to get their shot at a rematch versus Code 7 after this. Winner of this will be playing Code 7. So we'll see if they can punch their ticket here in Hollywood.
Yeah, it's kind of strange because Cloud9's Hollywood used to be their best map. They ran a very specific defense. It was Torbjorn and Symmetra. The reason they were able to run that is they just dared you to push in against Reaver's Widow, who was always running that as well. He's not been running Widow recently, so they've modified their defense a little bit. They're not going to be running double builder for the most part, as that's fallen completely out of the meta. It was Cloud9's thing, though. But on the defense for NG Red, they are going to run a Symmetra. That's going to be Bread Expert on it. Naptime will play the Mercy. Chance for the moment is on Lucio, but that means he's just switching. He's getting Bread Expert to the front lines as fast as possible. He'll be on the Reinhardts. Wolf on Reaper. Bird on Soldier 76. And Mangachu could come up as either Junkrat or Pharah, depending on kind of the style they want to play here.
Yeah, generally speaking, he usually is on Pharah for the defense. Of course, he could come out as Junkrat. We have seen him on that in the past, but NG Red, I think, no, he's actually going to go neither, going with the Roadhog, so chilling a little bit of Harblue there. So interesting not to be running either Junkrat or Pharah, but not unprecedented either. Just we've had different looks at the strategies here as time's gone on. Meanwhile, though, taking a look here at the offense coming out here from the side of C9. It's going to be Kai on the Zarya, Grego on Roadhog, Adam on the Mercy, Surefour on the Pharah, Debit on Winston, and look here, I know Gods is in chat watching. Judge harshly here, Gods, because Reaver going to be on the offensive Widow, and I still have not forgotten the 3-kill going back to Josh OG.
I don't think anyone's forgotten that 3-kill. That was an amazing highlight that should be in his reel forever. It was one of the best offensive Widows you'll ever see. Maybe Reaver can get it done on his Widow. He just hasn't played it as much as even some other former Widow mains have played it a lot more than he has. Interesting to see him rock it here.
All right, so they're moving out here, not wasting too much time. C9 now on the offense, and if Reaver is able to get anything off these pickoffs, it will be huge. He goes here for the grapple shot, looking for it, gets absolutely nothing. NG Red not giving him anything to even remotely shoot at right now, so good position coming out of NG Red, and Reaver gonna have to work for this kill if he wants to get it. Probably his best bet is hitting 76 on top of the cafe, but 76 already using the Reinhardt shield for cover, so rough start here for Reaver, entirely due to the positioning of NG Red.
Yeah, I feel like there must be a long history of scrims and scouting here, just based on these two teams playing against each other. We saw it early in our first match. We saw it on King of the Hill that these teams know what the other team's going to run.
Well, when in doubt, just shoot the easy target. They take out Mangachu in the beginning with the aid of the rest of the team. Big hook coming out here from the side of Grego, but defense able to counter. It's right now it's 2 for 2. It's a 4v4 here on the point. Respawns will be coming in a little bit sooner here from the offense. Surefour now over the top. The path is clear. Taking out Naptime immediately. There's not going to be a res, and he's going to just absolutely barrage Bird right out of this. Does not care about the tech visor in the least. And C9 should have this. They've got enough kills here. They don't have to worry about anything else coming in.
Yeah, they've decided.
Should be a quick point of capture for them. And for NG Red, they just need to back up and regroup for a Streets defense now.
Yeah, they figured that out about 20 seconds ago when Bread Expert came off of the Symmetra onto Lucio. He had 100%, but he died getting that 100%. No teleporter was coming up. They gave up this point a bit ago. A really nice push from Cloud9. The Reaver's going to stay on this Widow. Wolf does come up as a defensive Widow to try to counter this. That'll be an interesting fight to see.
I'm sure for right now, moving over the top, already used Barrage in the last fight. We'll build it up pretty darn quickly. Able to get them off the elevator. He takes out Nap Time in the very beginning. There's not going to be a res once again here for the defense as C9 piles on 2 extra kills. Surefour laying the attack from the top. Almost goes down the process. Is able to get healed up by Mercy. But this is great for C9. They get 2 kills. It's going to keep NG Red back even longer. And it's going to give them a lot of free time to push this cart right through one of the hardest areas to push through in Hollywood.
Hey, this is about as good as your second stage offense can start here. They're holding front on second roof, just pelting in damage. NG Red is very tentative pushing out. Cart's already around the bend. They don't have to deal with rooms anymore. Reaver does go down though.
Mangachu was able to find Reaver. Reaver, perhaps being a little bit greedy, was looking for the extra pickoff. It's going to be 65 in favor of NG Red. But Surefour gets them back again and takes out Nap Time. We want to talk about Adam having a rough game before. This has been even worse for Nap Time. He's just been food for Surefour in all these fights. Wolf and Mangachu are going to fight it back. I'll note that Adam did die in that fight, so the Mercy equation balanced a little bit there. But oh my goodness. Nap Time's going to be having nightmares of Surefour if this keeps up.
They do clean up the cart, though. They have stalled out. The defense has stabilized to a decent extent as they get everyone up on the slow elevator. They're going to hold second roof, so they have actually pulled this back. It's going to be up to Wolf to see if he can shut down both Surefour and Reaver. A lot on his plate.
They've pulled it back in a sense. The thing is, the payload has already gotten a lot of progress here. C9 is pretty happy about where they're at right now. Surefour right now just might be going over the top for the barrage. He's going to sacrifice his body and everything for the Mercy pick. Gets on the Nap Time immediately. Not able to get the pick, but does get Bread Expert. So Rez should be coming up here from Nap Time in just a moment because he wasn't picked off. And here comes Rez coming out for him. Adam able to save his Rez. This is still a good situation for C9 as Reaver is able to take out Wolf.
Yeah, they got pressure on the ground. Reaver with a double kill post-resurrection. That's going to be a 6v4 right now. He's stunning if Cloud9's not able to clean this up.
Reaver going off, getting the kills he needs to get, makes it a triple kill, laying in the Widow damage. And just like that, C9 is going to get to this point. They're going to give themselves extra time and move forward.
Vintage Reaver coming out. I've always been so surprised that he just was not running the Widow, even when other people said, like, well, it's fine as long as you do this and that. Like, we saw more people who were not as good on Widow running Widow with great success, and Reaver has been always hesitant to pull it back. He's going to not run Widow anymore off his second stage. Now he's on McCree, so he's just testing out the post-nerf heroes.
Well, McCree has just been great in recent tournaments. We've seen him really come into his own. Our tiers, McCree, of course, comes to mind. And even Wolf, just a round ago, had a really good McCree play. But Mangachu, going to say enough of that, takes out Reaver with one well-placed rocket to the face. So Reaver perhaps being a little bit over-aggressive there, not respecting the poke. And this is going to give NG Red an opportunity to sort of solidify their defense a little bit, take better positioning if they want to take it. Take a look at Wolf. Wolf's going to go into the upper left. Mangachu will just come in from the front and... not the worst look here, but Wolf eats a rocket, has to back out, so they're already going to sacrifice some of that positioning.
Well, we've seen teams recently favor holding all the way back rather than fighting defensively in this hallway area of Hollywood, so I think that might be by design.
Surefour right now coming in over the top, looked for the pickoff, wasn't able to get it. It's back and forth right now, 5v5. Here comes Mangachu, Justice raining from above, comes in over the top, 3 kills here from NG Red. Adam, though, going the res immediately, so is Nap Time. We are back to a fully reset fight, both teams at 6v6. And let's take a look at Surefour right now. Surefour coming in from the back, does have Barrage still ready. Devin hanging on to his Earth Shatter, so Earth Shatter gonna come down, doesn't knock down anything. Barrage is, or Sunbear is out here on the way from C9. They're able to get 2 kills off that immediately. Nap Time still does not have a res. Here comes the Barrage, takes out Bird, and that's gonna be 3 kills from C9. Nap Time still not with the res, so this should be C9's fight.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to clutch it out like no other to get this res going. He's at 8-5. He gets picked up at the end. Just way too low on his beginning. Right, they're going to come out in desperate stall. Here comes the Diva.
They're coming out the stall right now, but this is not good. This is usually the death chain phase of the game. Bird and Mangachu, though, able to get a kill each. This is better than they could expect. Rez does come out towards the end from Adams. This is going to bring up the people that did just fall as Nap Time goes down once again. Right after a res, but C9 should be able to finish up the rest of this here in just a moment. They will do just that. 2:54 remaining on the clock at the cap.
Switching score.
That's gonna be a time of 6:06.
Switching sides.
Okay, well, as bad as the second stage went for him, they were able to stall out a little bit there towards the end. So a beatable time maybe for NG Red coming here, but it was a very nice Cloud9 offense. I'm just super stoked to see Reaver back on Widow.
I mean, Reaver got back on Widow, and it worked out. It wasn't quite the explosive picks that he usually got, but he still, once the fight opened up a little bit, he was able to get to the back line, add in the finishing blows that he's known for, and it still worked out. And 1 second, X, I'm going to recall you because Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto. So, 1 second. Alrighty, so Hexes, you have returned to us.
Yeah, maybe I went over my data limit as Comcast is testing data limits in my area. We'll see.
Oh God, no!
Yeah,
that would explain the throttling, and it is the end. Well, it's not even that. It's July 15th.
I'm a power user though. I use a lot of internet.
Damage boost engaged.
Oh my goodness! Not
yeah,
like this, Comcast. Either way, take a look at the defense coming out here from C9. It's gonna be Debit on the Reinhardt, Kai on the Zarya, Reaver on the Reaper, Grego on Lucio, Surefour gonna be in the 76, and Adam gonna be final piece here on Mercy.
Yeah, nothing really out of the ordinary for NG Red's offense. They're going to run the combo and Mangachu and Naptime on Pharah and Mercy. Bird and Chance will run some tanks in Zarya and Reinhardt. Red Expert will be on the Lucio and Wolf on the offensive Reaper. So I wonder if it's just how Overwatch is going, where your specialists are too risky. I think teams are just opting more for that consistent kind of style of play, where they're not running specialists. You never know if they're going to get value or not. So it has been very standard defenses coming out lately.
Well, the offense of NG Red not wasting any time. They just roll right onto the point. Wolf bringing the Reaper the Bear, looking for pickoff targets. Not able to find anything yet, but does find Reaver with a shot to the face. Wolf's dive is well rewarded as Mangachu follows through, takes out Adam. There's not going to be a res now from the defense. C9 does fire back with 2 kills of their own, but it might be too little, too late, as NG Red absolutely follow the momentum here. And they're going to have a res here in a moment, too, as Wolf is doing anything he wants to do in the back. Finishes a triple kill, and that's going to be it.
Yeah, Surefour did get a pick late on Naptime, but it doesn't matter as he is the only one alive. They do deal with him later as well as Surefour goes down on that Soldier 76, and it's just like kind of the offense we saw from Cloud9. They have great momentum, however, the defense is set up a little bit as Reaver's peeking here, trying to get Mangachu early. He gets him.
So right now, this has not been a banner day for defense overall. I mean, I guess the defense for NG Red and Nambani was okay, but just felt like first point in general, not been the greatest on everything except for Nambani for NG Red.
Yeah, not at all. They are going to hold this first point on roof, so the defense is at least momentarily in a better stage than the previous defense. So we'll see. They do choose to give up their high ground and pick a fight here.
Yep, they're moving right down. Chanso immediately punishing Grego. Grego goes down early. Debit does have Earth Shatter at the ready. Could drop it at moment's notice, but Chance, his shield very healthy. He's not going to be able to drop it for a while. Would have to dive in. So for Debit, not going to expect heroes. Mangachu does get to backline, takes out Adam and Surefour, makes it a triple kill. Justice Rain from above, and Mangachu just regulating the backline right now in favor of NG Red. And NG Red definitely able to beat this time right now, set by C9. They are well on that pace. They have a little over 4 minutes remaining, Hex, and that's plenty of time for this last point.
Yeah, something like that happens again, you're going to see switch-ups. They do all stick on the heroes that they're on, Surefour and Reaver notably, as you'd think that they'd be the ones switching to something to deal with Mangachu as he just crushed them, but they were both close to ult, so they're going to wait.
Graviton Surge coming out from both sides here. Not a whole lot of death and destruction as a result. Everyone was in their own Graviton. Defense, though, is getting onto payload, trying to push back the side of NG Red. Wolf, though, getting first kill in the skirmish, taking out Reaver. And mostly winning these Reaper v Reaper battles pretty darn reliably.
Yeah, Reaver's
still, though, on the other side, Surefour takes out Mangachu in the Pharah v Pharah battle. Will rain right over Wolf, looks for nap time, takes him out before the res. The barrage on the way, and Surefour saying, Mangachu, you're going to wipe out my team with a barrage? I'll wipe out your team with a barrage.
Yeah, decisive fight there. I really didn't think Reaver was going to stay on this Reaper. He's had a rough couple lives on it. He Death Blossomed, hit nothing. He's been out-Reapered for the most part here. I guess they feel they don't need a definitive answer for Mangachu on his Pharah. They are going to run Wolf on an offensive Widow here, so that's going to be an interesting thing to watch.
They want to get rid of the problem right now. They're not afraid of Reaver at all on the Reaper, but they are afraid of Surefour.
Yeah.
And Surefour comes in over the top for good reason, takes out Wolf. No fear to the Widowmaker. And Surefour, he's really been the heart of the C9 defense right now. Moving over to the top, looking for an extra midair. Has nap time in his sights. Nap time almost going down. Lands a big midair rocket on the Mangachu. They're going to keep them pushed back as Reaver does come in from the flank, taking out Mangachu in the end.
So next push for NG Red should be their best push in a bit, as they are going to have Rez, they're going to have Soundbearer, they're going to have Barrage as well. You'd imagine that Soundbearer comes out before Barrage as he tries to clear these rooftops.
Offensive NG Red against Wire has Wolf now on the McCree. Found his answer to the Surefour, shot him right out of the sky. Adam will res him right back up though. 3 kills here from C9, freshly off the res. Res comes out from NG Red in turn, and Surefour just busting Mangachu out of the sky. Has a barrage at the ready, will drop it immediately, does not care. Takes out Wolf, takes out Bird. Surefour right now on an absolute rampage. Still a close fight despite all this. But NG Red, the problem for them now is that they don't need to just win this fight. They need to win it decisively. They're running out of time.
Well, they've been searching for answers. They just haven't found them yet. I mean, Wolf was on Widow, couldn't deal with Surefour on his Pharah. Now he's on McCree, can't deal with Surefour on his Pharah. Like, what do you even go to next? Do you start running? I mean, they have a 76 as well. I guess that's the thing. You got to double up on Surefour. That's how big of a problem he's become.
Yeah, there's no doubt that this response of Wolf on the McCree, Bird on the 76 is specifically just to apply even more pressure to the Surefour. They're not afraid of Reaver right now. They're absolutely afraid of Surefour, though. Reaver, though, with all the attention on the Surefour, is able to get to the backline, takes out Chance. They're down a shield tank, and I gotta say, if you're focusing on Surefour here, that's gonna be a problem with Reaver having a Death Blossom. He hasn't had the greatest game for it thus far, but look at it, he's moving over the top. He's gonna look to drop right down, hits Q, looks for it, gets absolutely nothing as Adam goes down in the backline. So Reaver continuing not to have the greatest of days right now.
He blasted the heck out of those boxes. How
Operating
dare
at
you?
maximum efficiency.
Well, Mangachu right now getting to the backline. He's starting to feast, looking for Kai. Takes him out with the barrage. Doesn't have to worry about the res. NG Red coming alive, but is it too little too late? There's only 40 seconds remaining right now, Hex, despite how much havoc Mangachu is just setting up here in the backline.
Yeah, as our admin informs Bird of the time, you imagine GGs will be called if they lose this next fight. As you mentioned, only about 30 seconds left to close out this map. I don't think you can move the cart that fast.
20 seconds, mathematically it might be possible, but only if it kept moving the entire way. It would require C9 to leave the story here, so C9 should be able to have this, and if they have this Hex, that means that they win the series and knock NG right out of the tournament. Here comes the barrage from Surefour, will get taken out by Bird in turn. Deadeye on the way from Wolf, and the problem is they're killing C9 here, but they're just not killing it fast enough. It's under contest. Time has been run. C9 will move on to get their rematch versus Code 7, and NG Red will be making their exit here from the Beat Overwatch Invitational.